Hello, Chairboys. So, Freddie Potts has signed for Wycombe Wanderers, a talented centre midfielder from West Ham. He looks to build an area that we did need rotation options in. We have a very strong first 11, but having players like Freddie Potts in the door is absolutely fantastic. So, very quickly, who is Freddie Potts and what will he potentially bring to this Wycombe team? So, Freddie Potts is a defensive midfielder slash centre midfielder. He is from West Ham's Youth Academy. Last season, he played in two Europa Conference League games versus FCSB and AEK La Nakasa. I butchered that. So he was coming off the bench in European competitions. He played 24 games in the Premier League 2, getting no goals but getting 3 assists from centre defence of midfielder, and he played 2 pre-season games for West Ham, playing against Perth Glory and starting against Tottenham, which is a very impressive thing to be doing. So he was given a new 3-year deal in July, and West Ham are looking to get him loan time and experience as he looks to develop into a fine midfielder. So I've been looking through a lot of West Ham fan accounts, and he is, by all accounts, extremely highly rated. Everything I've seen about him, especially with his game against Tottenham and Perth Glory, that he is very highly rated by the fans. He had a very assured performance, a very confident performance from a young lad. Now, of the things that I have been able to find, he is a very natural passer, very composed, and he finds space with good through balls and very good vision quite often. He is almost a natural sort of playmaker. He's good at 1-2s, and in tight situations he's press resistant. He can keep the ball under pressure and find the correct passes. In some ways he is a bit similar to Cian Breckin, but whereas Cian Breckin probably wants to push a bit more up the pitch, Freddie Potts offers somebody who's a bit more willing to sit a little deeper, which is very, very good. He is not as good defensively. He is not a prodigious presser, a prodigious tackler, but he is still young, and these are all still things that he will need to develop in his game and become a natural all-round midfielder. But the potential is very, very much there. Having a look on Twitter for things mentioning him, and there's hundreds of West Ham fans very, very impressed by him. In terms for Wycombe, he will bring a midfielder who can play in a number of positions. He can play centre mid, he can play a little bit deeper. He will be coming off the bench. He'll be starting some games. I don't expect him to start every game over a midfield duo of Scowen and Lee. But having somebody that is a very good quality midfielder to come in if somebody gets injured, or even if somebody just needs a rest, or perhaps a different approach is needed for a game, is very good. Josh Gowan and Luke Leahy are both great, great players, but you would not call either of them playmakers per se. They're both good at passing, they're both good technically, but I think Freddie Potts technically is a little bit above them. Obviously, they both offer different things to Freddie Potts, and I think overall they are better. But that means in the centre mid, we will have players like Leahy, Scowen, Wheeler can play centre mid, Cian Breckin played as a centre mid slash defensive mid against Wealdstone. We have Jack Young, who is impressed, and Freddie Potts, which means squad depth is something that is not a concern. Now, we can have 5 players on loan in a match day squad, so Freddie Potts means that we have one more slot for a loan. So we have Freddie, Dale, Breckin, boys. So we've got a very good contingent of young lads who are looking to improve and looking to show their quality out on loan. And I think Freddie Potts is a very good signing by us. But as far as I can tell, there is interest from other clubs. I've seen Grimsby, I've seen Wigan, I've seen Championship clubs that were interested in him. What has likely tipped us was we'll be able to give him both regular game time, and in fact Matt Bloomfield does look to be wanting to play quite a natural, nice style compared to maybe a bit more hoofball, which clubs may not be so interested in loaning players to. He will get development in a good system. So I think he's a really exciting signing. I think it's perfect for what we need. We needed depth now. We signed the players to make our first 11 very good, and now we just need to add those one, two, well, I'd say only one more, two more players to just give us that little bit of depth. So if injuries happen, we've got a couple of games in a week, we're able to rotate very, very well. That is something that I think hurt us a lot the last 2 seasons. And I think this season, with the squad depth we have, with the squad depth we're bringing in, with players like Freddie Potts coming in, we're looking very, very good. Now, it's Thursday today. I do just want to mention the 1887 will be meeting in the Hourglass pub tomorrow. So, what am I going to say? We'll be meeting in an Hourglass pub tomorrow. It would be absolutely amazing if you can to get down and get involved, even just to meet some people, have a pint, have a chat. It's really important we all get involved in this. So, Wanderers, let me know what you think as always, and have a brilliant day.